Hi, I'm Caroline, and I spent my summer working at the Atkinson Center here at Cornell. Climate change is one of our most vitally important issues to address in a changing world, and it's important that we address it with scientific solutions. University campuses are hubs of ideas and innovation and technology, and so they're the perfect grounds for breakthroughs in environmental sustainability. So what or who is the Atkinson Center? The Atkinson Center works to ensure a vital and resilient future for our global community by empowering faculty and students at Cornell University to create sustainable solutions through cross-disciplinary research and partnerships with NGOs, governments, industry, and nonprofit organizations. From its modest home in Rice Hall on Cornell University's campus, it has global reach. But its presence on social media does not entirely match its presence and engagement in the scientific community. Since the Atkinson Center was founded, social media has become increasingly more important for nonprofit organizations and their outreach. And so it's more necessary now, more than ever, to utilize the power and the reach of social media to reach a more diverse and global audience. So how do I, a communications intern for the summer, strategically bolster the presence of the Atkinson Center on social media? The solutions I chose to target were, one, to research effective strategies that other nonprofits use to create better social media presence. Two, I was tasked with looking at and examining the audience engagement that the Atkinson Center currently has on its social media channels. And finally, I was tasked with creating a strategy to increase engagement and attract new readers on Atkinson Center content through their social media. There were several social media strategy recommendations that I found most useful and applicable to the Atkinson Center. The first was to make sure that in all communications and content, the mission of the organization is always clear, and in that case, it's sustainability. Second, it was to conduct a social audit, which was a type of analysis to see which kind of content the Atkinson Center's audience chose to gravitate towards and which was less popular. And three, I was tasked with creating content that gave readers a personal insight into the subject that they were reading about and was also visually engaging enough that they would choose to read it in the first place and not scroll past it. Next was the not so glamorous part of my position, and in order to determine what type of social content was most popular, I needed to search through hundreds of posts from the past few years to look at social media engagement. And see which kind of content was the most popular. So was it Cornell Chronicle articles, and if so, who authored them? What was their subject material? I examined each post and looked at the likes and the shares that it received and used these metrics as kind of a measure of a seal of approval from the readers. This was something that they enjoyed reading or thought was interesting or relatable to their lives. I also examined other content that was on different social media channels, such as that for Cornell University, and recorded the number of likes and shares for that too. I divided the content that I found into 4 categories, the first being content advertising Cornell University events, whether that be lectures or sustainability rallies of different kinds. The second was other events off campus in New York City and other places in the world. The third was faculty awards and recognition, so anything that faculty have been awarded with that are particularly Atkinson faculty fellows. And the fourth was research proposals and conclusions. I found that the most popular category was faculty awards and recognitions, followed closely by research. And to me, that said that audience members were most interested in what our faculty are doing and what they're getting recognition for doing. So how do I capitalize on these preferences of our audience to improve engagement in future projects while continuing to emphasize and prioritize the Atkinson Center's commitment to sustainability? Working with others in the Atkinson Center's communications department, I decided to do a project to publicize one of the Atkinson Center's initiatives this summer, while also testing a new type of social media. This summer, the Atkinson Center awarded their Academic Venture Fund grants, which fund projects from Cornell professors who propose interdisciplinary solutions to global sustainability problems, and they were referred to in the projects as in the posts as #AtkinsonAVF. If I can showcase these projects with visually engaging content, perhaps I can increase the social media engagement for the Atkinson Center as a whole. And so I focused on 3 key components based on my research of what was successful in the past. The first was including a description of the research proposal. The second was describing why that proposal won the award. And the third was creating visually engaging content using pictures that the researchers gave me. So I decided to add, in collaboration with my supervisors, an element of personalized content from the principal investigator or the researcher. So I contacted every researcher on every project that won the AVF award, and there were 12 projects. And from those researchers, I asked if they had any reason why this project was personally meaningful to them and why it would help foster global sustainability. And that's where I got all of the quotes for these projects. I also made sure that the project description, again, was included in each post, whether that be in the quote that the professor or researcher provided, or whether that be in the text posts that accompanied these posts. And this was because my research showed that audience members are most likely to engage with project proposals that they find interesting or promising. And finally, I included images that researchers provided that were unique and visually engaging while still emphasizing the environment and the part of the environment that they chose to research. The variation in the subject matter, photographs, and color schemes highlighted the interesting and innovative proposals that won the Atkinson AVF grants. Now, I looked at the social media engagement through likes and shares for these posts, and unfortunately, I didn't see much improvement. What does this mean for the Atkinson Center going forward? Well, though this project didn't in and of itself significantly increase social media engagement for the center as a whole, it's an important step toward doing so. In order to establish itself as a truly global leader in university sustainability, it's important that the Atkinson Center emphasizes the importance of its work through all of its communication channels. Through posts and campaigns that showcase the work of the Atkinson Center and its faculty fellows and the impact on the environment, the Atkinson Center can gain further support and recognition from other universities, scientists, non-governmental organizations, and governments, which will help the Atkinson Center to continue to empower researchers to make positive environmental impacts going forwards and move us towards a globally sustainable future. Thank you.